Good morning from day 172. So it's just about 7 o'clock, and I am walking alongside the river. So I left Horseshoe Canyon Shelter last night, this morning. I had the shelter all to myself, nobody tenting up there, nobody in the shelter. It was fairly appropriate, it feels, at this stage. A lonely camp, which, I realised the hiking alone is like totally fine. I said before I very much enjoy solo hiking. But yeah, the evenings and the 0 days and the hostel stuff is where a little bit of loneliness can kick in. For me, over this last few weeks, and I think again it's exacerbated by the fact that I have grown so close to the tramley. So it's kind of weird not to have Sass or Gadget or Cheese Block, or another Butter or Blessings or Lumberjack, around to talk to. So it's just me. Again, normally that's my introvert nature is like totally fine with that. But like I say, what I've gained from being out here is that I've rediscovered that joy of socializing. So the double-edged sword for that obviously is that that's great because I can and will be more social, hopefully. But obviously at the moment, because I'm doing mostly solo hiking, it's a little lonely, but it's fine. I also definitely spiderweb to the face. Definitely have a growing sense of anxiety and excitement and anticipation and nerves and everything about the upcoming days. So today I'm hiking into Monson, and specifically into Shaw's Hostel, which is famous for being the last Nobo hostel on trail. And so it's getting very real that the end is coming up. By my rough calculations, we've still got today and then the 100-mile wilderness. So 5 or 6 days, depending on how easy it is or how much I want to push. And then a day to summit. But this thing could be over in 8 days, which is whew. So it's about a 9-mile walk today. Like I said, so that's 7-ish now, and I've done nearly a mile. So I'm expecting to get into Monson around 10, 11 o'clock-ish. I don't know if I'll be able to check into Shaw's that early. Hostels are a bit different with their check-in times, but there is a visitor centre, and there's with information around, I guess, water levels and stuff in the 100-mile wilderness. So I can go and check that out. I can get myself some breakfast. Or brunch, or second breakfast, or whatever. So I try not to kill myself here. Before I go and start getting myself situated for doing the chores, laundry, and not that laundry is a massive priority given that it wasn't long ago I was at the Stirling Inn, but yeah, there's that. One thing I do want to mention though is, because I forgot yesterday in my push to get as far as I could, was I bumped into Lolly, who I haven't seen since maybe Tennessee. I don't know. It's been a long time. She hurt herself, or got hurt. I can't remember, and had to get off trail for, I think she said 9 weeks was her. She had to be completely off her feet. But she seemed happy and is back on trail. Her and Scar, who also had to get off trail, had started a Sobo flip-flop. Unfortunately, Scar was in too much pain, so had to call it. So hopefully Scar will make a full recovery and be able to come back and complete at some point, either this year or next year or the year after. But it was great to see Lolly. Great reminder of the some of those early days hiking, and she was saying how great it was that she was seeing us all, because she saw Jenny and Jess, because she knew she hiked with us so early that she knows Sass as Jess. And she said she saw Cheese Block. So that's very cool. I'm trying to think the last time I saw her. It might have been, it was around station 19, I think. So maybe, somewhere around there. But yeah, it was a real unexpected delight to see Lolly. She is great people. Some spider webs. A lot of fun, and it was weird and nice, because neither of us really recognised each other. I knew that I knew her, and I couldn't place where I knew her from. I was like, is she someone I'd seen in the last week or so? Because I've been seeing a lot of new hikers, faster northbounders who have caught up, or a bunch of southbounders. And so I was trying to place her, and she didn't recognise me at all. And I was like, I think I know her, I think I know you. She said, what was your name? And I said, it's Soap. She said, oh my God, Soap! And then she was talking about how my beard has grown in, and how much weight I've lost, and how different I looked, and how great it looked. Which was real nice to see that surprise in the change, because obviously I know obviously that my hair's grown and my beard's grown and I've lost a lot of weight, but I don't necessarily recognize the daily change or whatever, because it's a gradual thing for me. And I think the same is probably true for the others, for Gadget and Sass and Cheese Block or the likes, because they've seen me gradually change over the days and weeks and months. So to bump into Lolly, who it's been several months, and for her to first of all not recognise me, and then when she did recognise me, to be blown away by how different and how much I'd changed, was very funny and very nice. So shout out to Lolly, and I think your husband, who was watching who you were talking to when I turned up, and said he watches my videos. So if you're watching this, hey, Lolly's great. But yeah, that brought back very fond memories of some early hiking days with the Tramley. But yeah, so into Monson. Happy hiking. This is just beautiful. Honestly, if Maine could make it all its trails like this, it would definitely jump up to one of my favourite states. It's just, this is beautiful hiking alongside a great river. Nice, relatively flat, I mean, yeah, there are rocks and roots, but not everywhere. So yeah, I would love it if there was more of this. Well, I'd forgotten about this. This is the East Piscopeny or whatever it is, river that I have to ford. No bridge, so shoe change again. Hey! Okay, hopefully this is not going to be too deep. I imagine it's going to be cold though, because... Yep, cold. Oh. I can't even see where I'm supposed to aim, but... It doesn't look too strong, which is good. If it gets stronger or deeper, I may put the phone away. But for the moment, we're good. Ooh, little slip. You watch as I drop my phone at this stage. I was just thinking how it was nice that more or less everything had dried after the river crossing last night. Like, things were still a little damp, but... Ooh. It gets pretty deep here. I guess it's up there. Not sure. Okay. Let me get out and then I can assess where the hell I go. Oh, yeah. Nice water fording done. Oh, that is a blaze. Ooh. Hooray! Hikers, please register. What, so they know if you've died or not? Yeah. But anyway, hopefully that's the last of the fords, because I don't really want to be changing my shoes every 5 minutes. Apparently this is Lake Hebron. Not sure you can see on the other side, but pretty beautiful. So there was a sign back there, Monson 2 miles, but that's not the AT. There is a an arrow pointing this way. I'm going to the main highway, ME15, which is about 3.5 miles. So we will take the AT, complete these miles instead of like maybe skipping a little bit. Ooh, that was foolish. But yeah, it's nearly 9 o'clock. So 2 miles walking into town on a leisurely thing. I'll be in, probably before 10, probably by 9:30 to be honest. Whereas this 3.5 probably get me in near 11, and then I might have to hitch. But also I'm kind of regretting it because look at swampy. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to put this away so that I don't drop it in the swamp or myself. So up, I think, what should be the last significant climb before shores. Significant is heavily caveated there, but I'm up Buck Hill, and yeah, about just under 3 miles to go to ME Route 15, main highway 15. where I will see about either getting a shuttle or hitching in. But this is very appropriately AT. So the trail apparently used to go into Monson on the road that I walked past, and they rerouted it because they wanted to cut down on road walks, and then I guess they figured that they wanted a nice little pod in there. So Buck Hill, I'm officially classing you as a pointless up and down, but again, AT baby, AT. The trail is mostly swamp at the moment. Intermittently some non-swampy patches, but for the most part, everything's getting damp and my feet are just getting wetter and wetter and wetter. So hoping to nurse the shoes through the 100-mile wilderness, and every time I get them wet and they dry, I worry for their integrity. I might show you them in a bit when I get into town, just to look at the how bad it's getting. But anyway, for now, oh, of course I've got to go back up a little bit through river. Yeah, wow, lovely. Look at this. Okay, this is the scenic view from the top of Buck Hill. Ooh, scenic. Trees. I guess over there you can kind of see a pond or a lake. Meh. Always fun to have a nice little stable boardwalk. Actually well maintained with solid boards. And this is ME15. Busy old parking lot there. And I don't know which way I'm going. So I've just got a hitch into Monson. Shaw's is around the corner here, but there's a general store. So I feel like soda and a little sit down. So I guess this is the new place opposite, Leaping Lena's. This is Shaw's. I believe that's sassafras over the back there. Not sure where I'm going, to be honest. Maybe around the side.